What up guys, Jake and Dremon, and today is finally the day. I'm gonna reveal my collection today. Yes! Now, if you guys haven't seen my other videos, I would suggest go and watch my first video of me revealing this man cave, so you guys can see how much has grown. It's been a long journey and an awesome journey. To be able to make this a passion, a hobby of mine, it's a dream come true. And I want to thank you guys for that, because of you guys has inspired me to keep going and keep creating. A lot of you guys are definitely engaged in my channel, talking to me, reached out from all around the world, from Taiwan, from Australia, India, Spain. It's just crazy that my work, my videos are reaching out to all you guys around the world. I'm just super happy that I'm able to inspire you guys in this world of toy collecting and dial making. This man cave has been a challenge though. This room is not that big and my collection has grown exponentially. I'm constantly rearranging my collection. It's like a Tetris game. Sometimes I'm like, man, I can't build another dial, but then I figure out how to just kind of like move things around and just squeeze one in there. So yeah, so this collection is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And in this collection that is becoming almost like a museum, some of them I've made them where they can hold most of my figures, and some of them require more space. I have plans to expand and get a bigger space. So before we get to the dials, I just want to warn you guys that this video will be a little bit longer than usual. So hang tight. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get to it. Alright guys, so if you guys watch my channel, this is where I create. This is where the magic happens. This is where I basically do all my dials, and then I added this new shelf where I'm kind of just adding this area to feature an item that I'm favoring at the time, or just have it there as a display. And I'm also be able to add some stuff here. So right here, this is the area of stuff that I'm selling like on eBay. So I just this was my art area, and it still is like basically my paint supplies. Alrighty, next up right here is my Titan Power King of Beast Voltron. This one I did a video on, and it has some controversy, but besides that, this figure is amazing. It is amazing, and it's a new addition to my collection. Alright guys, right here you got the Alien vs Predator diorama. This one was pretty cool. Definitely different from my other dials. There's some updates. Added the armor assassin. That's the predator that kills all the other predators. And then I added also the Alien vs Predator arcade alien right here. Pretty cool. And then to my McFarlane Alien vs Predator, I added a couple of skulls. Purchased the expansion pack, and they have a couple of skulls in, pretty dope. And then back there you got the hybrid as a baby, and then on the top you got the hybrid fully born, trying to get the Emperor's head. So that's the update. So same figures. I really haven't worked so much on this collection besides giving him the seed of life. Yeah, it's right there in his arm. And then I added this stand on him so he could be performing like the leap of faith. But regardless of that, I have not added to this collection at all. It was actually pretty cool. It was actually like, I think, the second dial.
This actually became one of my favorite dials. I was actually very, very excited when I built this. Just organically it became. But to focus on the update, I added the transparent Predator on the top. So just kind of link it over, and then change some of the vegetation. But man, this was an awesome build. Definitely enjoy this piece. Now here is my Voltron collection. From the last video, kind of really, I'll admit, I kind of want to ape shit collecting these guys. As I was hunting, I was finding them everywhere, and I was just like, yeah, let me just start gathering them. But then up here, this is actually kind of my favorite area of my Voltron. Is you got the Metalls. These guys, I've been taking a while to collect these guys, and this is where I'm at so far. I just got him. I was so happy for the price that I got him, and then now I'm just kind of still having a hard time looking for the blue line. But yeah, definitely love this collection. Got the Legos, Pop Toys, but also have now, like, you know, these guys, they don't turn into different lines. These are just like 1/6 scale paper craft one that I did. I definitely enjoyed this project. Love this build. And kit from Bandai. So yeah, it's a pretty cool collection. Definitely love this collection. Here is my, I want to say my Nintendo area, Super Mario Brothers. I actually made these pipes out of PVC piping, but I found this shelf, like I said, thrift shopping, and I ended up just repainting it and making it into a shelf. It came out pretty cool. So here I got Toad, Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, and this is actually the little sister from Bioshock, you know, Big Daddy and stuff. So put it right there. Got some mints. All right, next up is my He-Man collection. This is my Master of the Universe collection. This one's honestly just, I just have it over here just because this is the space I have left. But I definitely want to, you know, give this collection its own space and dioramas and stuff like that. But for now, it's kind of just displaying them as I can. But it's pretty crazy. And I got some new, I love that they're releasing the classics. You know, I needed some of these guys. They're hard to find, but yep, they're bringing them back. As you can see, there's, you know, He-Man, Skeletor on the Panthers, the Tiger, and then got, you know, different versions. And from the movie. These are pretty cool, but I definitely want to, I feel like I need to honor this collection. This is actually the first collection I ever received from anyone else, from my dad when he gave me my first He-Man collection. So I just kind of want to give it this respected area. Rocky 4, specifically Rocky 4. I love that movie more than all of them. Especially, I love them all, but it's just 4 was the one that really stuck to me. You know, Apollo dies, and then Ivan Drago fights Rocky, and they are in the USA shorts, and they able to get this ring, and that's kind of, I have an idea for this collection. And then I got Ivan Drago's wife in the back. But yep, I got them. And I got them pretty cool for a good price too. So. Alright guys, so this is my McFarlane Infernal Parade. I did show you guys this last time, but to focus on the update, I fixed the dial and I added a background of the tent from the circus. And now there's a floor, some accessories like a barrel, and just kind of giving it more life. This was a pretty cool project. So yeah, that was the update for Infernal Parade. Alright, next up it's my crow section. Here's a dedicated area of his apartment. If y'all haven't seen that video, go check it out. Definitely love this dial. I do have a 1/6 scale McFarlane version of this guy up here, the bigger one, but just I don't have that much room, so I kind of have him sitting down. And in the back, you got that scene where they're fighting on the rooftop, and that's also a McFarlane piece. So yeah, The Crow, check it out, guys. The movie is awesome. Alrighty, so this is a new addition. This is a new, I guess, area that expanded. This is my Terminator section. This Terminator section is mostly focused on Terminator 2, but it does have some of Terminator 1 and Terminator 3. So, got from the NECA's Ultimate to the Kenner tributes. So, some Terminator 1, pretty badass looking at his arm. This is one of those seamless figures, and his body looks great. It's just that his face looks more like Sly instead. So I'm gonna probably sculpt a head for that figure. Alright, so I got again Kenner T800, got the arcade T800. There's Arnold at the office complex shooting all the cops, and then you got Sarah Connor in the back. A little badass. And back there, that's T3. So there's the T800 with the metal arm, tribute to Kenner. Pretty dope. Here's John Connor, the bike. And because of that, it inspired me to make the tow truck where he's getting chased. Man, this guy was, couldn't believe I got this. I saw it on eBay. I had to get it. And then here you got the old school McFarlane figures. Here's the T800. Here's the T1000. Here, kind of just shooting each other. So yeah, this area I eventually wanted to make a dial, but I just haven't got to it. And like I said, I got other plans, so I'll probably have an opportunity to actually give this collection its proper dial. Alright, so here's my Trigun area. Added a horse. Added a horse. But yeah, that's my Trigun section. Go check out that video. This was pretty fun, you know, playing with different materials, playing with rocks. But it came out pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, alright, moving right along. This is my anime area. Now, this anime area is a combination of many different anime stories from my time and from today's time. So, for today's time, here we got Jojo Bizarre Adventures. This is Jonathan Joestar. And then we have Dio. There he is with his head. Gotta watch that show. It's pretty bizarre, but the figures are bad as hell. This is the Guyver 2. He's actually very rare to get. Here's the Guyver 3. Here's Guyver 2, but in female form. And then the original Guyver. I kind of made like a little, I was playing around trying to see if I can make a crater, you know, by scratch, you know, so individually I glue these guys together to kind of give it this look where he's kind of like blasting off his chest and is creating this crater underneath him. Okay, so I got Appleseed, got Vampire Hunter D, Ghost in the Shell. So here's a mixture of just a bunch of anime. And here's the other anime that I started to focus on. This is Ranma and a half. So this is their house. And you guys can see that video. It was a real fun build. So there's Shampoo and Akane, Ryu, Rama's dad. There's Rama as a girl. And I added One Punch Man. Yeah, I didn't know where to put him, so I thought it was pretty funny just to add him in there. So yeah, in there, put a light, and then put some additional food. Pretty cool. I really enjoyed this dial, so I couldn't really. This is a real awesome piece for me. So I want to make sure it's all like in this central location. So this is like my Ninja Turtle section. Up here is like my Street Fighter section. So yeah. So you guys saw this original dial. It's been taking a form of its own. It's kind of chaotic and it's kind of making it funny. You know, we got Shredder. Welcome to the family, Shredder. He's there holding the container. And you know, Leo's ready to fight, and then Mikey's like, yeah, I'm here, I got your back, you know. But then these guys are back here, and they're just like trading stuff, and you got Mausers. That's from Mondo Toys. And then you got Donnie with the straw hat. And he's trading like a Super NES game for some pizza and some chips. Now you got the little turtles. When they were little, they're just eating pizza and just kind of like going crazy. There he is with the boombox. These guys are actually McDonald's Happy Meals that I had since I was little, and they turned to Transformers. They're pretty dope. Pretty dope. Here he is holding the newspaper saying Ninja Rap is born. And then here are my Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles that are repainted. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out the video. These guys are super cool. Super cool, probably my favorites. Some additional Ninja Turtles. I saw them on Wish and they were cheap, but they were so unique. More of a lizard type face. And I started with Mikey. Actually, he's actually repainted. So it was applying the same technique what I did to the turtles. So yeah, I was thinking about repainting these guys because the sculpt is just dope. There's so much potential here, so yeah. And here next up, these are my NECA bootlegs. And the reason why I say that is because their headbands are all colored in their individual color. The original NECA version of this sculpt, they all have red headbands. And not that I don't like the red version from the comic books, but I just wanted the one with the colors. So these guys are pretty dope. This is actually my recent build. This is my Japanese dojo for Ninja Turtles 3 Turtles in Time. And you notice here's an additional item. Here's the bell from part 3. So I wanted to put him there. Wasn't able to get him in time to put him in the original video, but here he is. Making a debut. And here's a scepter just on the floor on its own. I wanted to give it its individual presence. And then you got Ralph riding away with the horse. He's like, oh, what the hell? You got Donnie. He's up there just getting ready. I added all the weapons from the San Diego Comic-Con purchase. This comes with it, so I added it right there. You got Leo. You're like a little badass. And here's Mikey. He's the only one that he's the first one I started working on, so I gave him a samurai mask. So this is kind of like my version, just kind of playing around, see if it works. Pretty cool. There he is riding the horse backward like in the movie. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. Here is kind of like just some randomness. Built a garbage dumpster, and then that's the garbage truck, and then here you got Splinter and Shredder ready to go at it. Like he's back there just kind of skateboarding. You got Donnie and Leo double teaming his foot soldier. And here's my custom Casey Jones hitting the foot soldier, causing the foot soldier to hit Ralph while he was picking up the phone. So yeah, definitely want to give this guy its own area where I can utilize all these props together. So, but right now it's decent. Yeah, pretty cool. Now here is my subway, and here you got Ralph, and he is being bothered by Mr. Beetlejuice back there. He's like taking pictures of what he's looking at, and he's like, that's Michael Keaton. There he is holding a camera. I also added a gremlin. He's down here like, hey, what's going on, man? You know. I added this trash can. This is actually a oatmeal container. I made it into an ashtray trash can. Very common in subways. And here's the foot. He's ready to get him by surprise. This is actually like my third or fourth dive. Man, this project was really cool. Because of limited space, it's a little bit hard to get the whole thing here, but this is actually my original Ninja Turtle collection. This is from the I believe, late 80s, early 90s. These are the original Playmates. So those are Ninja Turtles. And I say I got the first 3 waves, the original, and then the second wave, and then the third wave was Dimension X. So you got, you know, there's Krang with his android body, Baxter, there's Casey's helmet, and then more figures. But unfortunately, it's hard to kind of get back there with this dial. Anyway, an area that I'm kind of just playing with. I'm kind of just freestyling it because it's giving me an idea of my space so that I can actually build it a dial. Here I have, these are the Figma Ninja Turtles, and they're die cast and they feel great. So I have them here kind of like just kind of having like a game night or game day in their turtle cave. So here you got Leo and Donnie playing the original Ninja Turtle arcade. And here you got Mikey playing his Game Boy. And you got Ralph playing Ninja Turtle arcade as well, but on the big screen. Up there you got Super Mario Brothers. You got Apple II and the Super Nintendo. You added a table with some food, but as this collection keeps getting crazier, and I added, you know, there's the Ninja Turtle mobile, and you got Shredder on top. This is from the cartoon. This is the NECA Shredder. And here you got April. This is the NECA April, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive April from the comic book. So she's holding a Mauser. And here is Krang. And you got some Mausers all over the place. Here's the re-release of Bebop and Rocksteady. But this is more of the anniversary, so they're definitely a different build, but a lot cooler. Here's the pool table. And then the foot soldiers. And here you got the NECA Ninja Turtles from the cartoon. These guys are really cool. Yeah, so I kind of want to make a big layer where I could have multiple spaces, and then put the party wagon as well, have a little pool table area, have a gaming area, got a living room, maybe an area where they fight and they practice. So it's just a big turtle there. So that's kind of the idea that I'm kind of setting up here for the next one of the next dolls I want to build. Alright, so this is kind of like my labyrinth area, and when I say that, it's because it's a mixture of Pan Labyrinth from Guillermo del Toro and Labyrinth. Here you got Jareth, the Goblin King, David Bowie, classical music. McFarlane made this figure. This is a recent purchase, pretty cool. And then you got Himsanti from the Devil's Backbone. You got Fawn from Pan Labyrinth. You got Pale Man there with his eyes on the table, with his table full of treats and the fairies around there. And here you got Ophelia with her key and her book. The only actual figure that I'm missing here is the actual Guillermo del Toro figure. So he's currently on my list right now. But it's a pretty cool collection, and the box art is beautiful. So I kind of wanted to add it to the showcase, you know. And here's the dial for Santis for the backbone. This is the missile, and then like the plants. You gotta watch it. His movies are all Spanish. So here we got the Karate Kid. This is actually a new collection from NECA. This is a recent add-on to my collection. I'm a huge Karate Kid fan. I grew up watching the Karate Kid, and NECA, you did an amazing job with Mr. Miyagi. Cannot complain about him. This is just amazing. Here with, you know, looking at his bonsai trees. And then you got Daniel-san, and I got some reservations about him. I really not too crazy by the way he looks. You got Johnny Lawrence. Actually, him as dressed in the skeleton outfit. Yo, they did a great job with Johnny. And they decided to use the cloth, so it's pretty cool. Now here you got Johnny Lawrence while fighting him in the All Valley tournament. So here he is in his Cobra Kai, and when you buy the 2-pack, it comes with the fighting mat from All Valley champion. Here you got Daniel-san doing his crane move. Now he did a better job with this Daniel-san compared to the other Daniel-san. I have him, having him being hold so he could do the crane move, the famous Karate Kid move where he's about to kick Johnny Lawrence in the face. And then here's the trophy that comes with a 2-pack, and then here's the actual poster of the All Valley Karate Championship. So the other one that's missing in this whole collection is actually the San Diego Comic-Con John Kreese. He's the only one missing in this whole collection. Now here's my Transformer collection. It's grown a little bit more on the Autobot side and a couple on the Decepticons. So I started collecting the Prime figures. There he is up there. And I also got from the movie. Here's Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. And then the Sage collection to start repainting them. Pretty cool. Here's Bumblebee. Go watch the video of me repainting this guy. Pretty cool figure. So here's the Soundwave with Boombox figure. Repainted it. Here's Starscream. So those two are the only ones that really added to this collection. The rest of them are actually from the Michael Bay movie. So here you got, Megatron, and you got the new version of Starscream and all the other figures. So here is now my Matrix section. Now I have actually updated this collection. I was able to get the Matrix Reloaded. This dial right here is from the scene where he fights Da Vinci, and here he is. There's Neo fighting him, or fighting that scene, that character from that scene. But it's a really cool dial. Here's another Matrix line, and I can't remember at the top of my head what line made these, but these are the original ones before McFarlane decided to make the Matrix figures. So here you got Bulldozer, and here you got Neo, here you got Trinity. And they're a different scale, but pretty dope. And then over here, this is actually McFarlane. So there is Morpheus sitting in a chair, and then you got the Machine from the end, from Revolution, Here you got Neo and Trinity doing, that's that scene from the bank. Get a Pinkett from Reloaded, and then here you got the twins. The twins are here fighting Morpheus. In the back you got Neo and Smith going at it from Revolution, and then here you got the Sentinel, and here you got Neo stopping the Sentinel in the real world. It's a pretty cool collection that McFarlane did. This is actually when I feel like McFarlane was on his prime when he built these guys. Oh, and here's Trinity falling from Reload. So this area definitely gave it its own dedicated space. But yeah, it's a pretty cool collection. Here we got the Land of Twisted Oz. That was actually a fun dial. It's definitely different from one normally building, but this is when I started kind of just realizing I need to trend out and kind of just create dials that are not common. So this one's really a unique one, using branches and using lighting to kind of create a mood, and started to use grass. So yeah, but yeah, these guys are also McFarlane as well. And then I'm using that light to make it look like a full moon. So it does the job. And like I said in the original video, to me, my Superman is Christopher Reeves. That's my Superman. I definitely like the new Superman too, but this guy right here, he's my Superman no matter what. And he's from the 80s. So, and this guy is a recent addition right here. Got a pretty badass statue. And if you guys don't know where he's from, this is from part 2 when he's calling out General Zod to come out. And here I got the pop toy from the new Superman. And then this is from the classic Superman. So this is right there. And then the diorama of the Fortress of Solitude. I got the comic book. And I got this poster I got at a Comic-Con with his red eyes. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's my Superman collection. He's actually the only DC character I have in my whole collection. Hats off to Christopher Reeves, rest in peace. Alrighty, up next, this is my Street Fighter collection. And I separated the collection, the top part, they're Storm collectibles, and the bottom are Sota toys. So Sota toys, they were from late 90s, early 2000s, but then they got discontinued, so now they're rare. They're really rare to find, and they're pretty expensive, and I'm so happy I have them. All of them. All of them. So Chun-Li, Cammy. This is the new Figma Blanca. Just thought he was super cool. Then there's the Sota Blanca back there. Got Dhalsim, both alternate color and the original Dhalsim. I also have here is NECA decided to make Street Fighter characters, so that is Akuma from NECA. Actually, that's actually a pretty cool Akuma. Sakura, Gaio, Ryu and Ken. These are actually SNK figures, so these are the only two I have for. Then I got Alpha Ken, and there's Phelan, T-Hawk, Honda, Zangief. There's Gin, and you got Vega. Here you got Bison, Viper. There's Akuma. That's the SNK Akuma, so that's why it looks a little more crazier. Here's Sagat. Here's the NECA Chun-Li with the alternate costume, and then Street Fighter 3, so you got Adon and Birdie. This is my figure that I made of Lana, and it's okay. But yeah, just part of the collection. I added Mega Man because I was actually thinking about making a Marvel vs. Capcom. So I didn't know where to put him in my collection, so I put him right here. And if you guys remember, here's the actual droid car from the bonus level. And here you got, Chun-Li and Cammy. They go on at it playing Street Fighter. Big shout out to Prime to the First. He's the one that made that arcade cabinet for me. Alright, now moving to my Storm collectibles. So besides the Storm collectible, I have my comic books. I do have 2 Sota toys that I have of Dan. Have the Ultimate costume and the original costume, both in boxes. Statue of Chun-Li in her Ultimate costume. Here's Street Fighter 5 Akuma. His mane is different. And here you got Storm collectibles are killing it. Here's Evil Ken getting slapped by Chun-Li from part 5. In the back you got Goken. And then here you got Evil Ryu fighting Ken from part 5. And then back there you got Akuma. He's an exclusive from Sota, and he actually has no shirt. It's pretty dope. So yeah, here's Bison. This is from part 5. It's the alternate costume. And here you got SNK characters, Koyo and Omega. I'm telling you, Storm collectibles are killing it with the arcade figures, and the quality is just so amazing. So yeah, here's Ryu from Street Fighter 2. Man, gotta have him. But yeah, here now next is Zangief, also Storm collectible. But this is Mika from Sota. So just think by scale, it just looks great because this is kind of how they are in the video game. And also here is the diorama of the Deserted Temple. This is actually probably like my 4th or 5th dial, and man, I enjoyed building this one. It was challenging, but definitely one of my favorites, and you guys should go check it out. When you purchase Street Fighter 5, it came with this statue of him. Really, really cool. Really cool. Alright, so here is my Mortal Kombat area. This is my Shao Kahn throne. You go check out the video. At first I was like, okay, I can handle so many figures, but now it's kind of getting crazy. But I think it's because I added all the skulls and like all the dead bodies here, and then I start adding the fire, so it's kind of getting a little more congested. But overall, it's pretty cool. The idea here is like, all the fighters are ready to fight the ultimate fighter, and that's Mr. Bruce Lee. So pretty cool. I got some of the old Mortal Kombat figures that came back in early 2000, and they're smaller in scale, so that's why I have them up there, so that you can't really tell side by side. But yeah, they're up there. Up here, I actually decided to display the boxes. I love the box art. I think it's very well done, and it's a pretty cool way to see the beautiful illustration of the characters. And but yeah, and then up here, so the part of that box set came this bookshelf showing Scorpion piercing through the wall, getting Sub-Zero. So I thought it was a cool way to display it. And then there's the box of Shao Kahn. This is the biggest box out of all of them. And then here you got some pop toys. So, and then you got the Bruce Lee box back there. So I just thought it was a pretty cool way to honor, Mortal Kombat. So yeah. Alright, now let's talk about one of my favorite parts of my collection, and that's my Akira collection. Starting with this piece, this is actually the first style that I built for the Akira collection, and it's basically replicating box art for the DVD. Print the picture of Neo Tokyo in the background, and just kind of give it its own respected space. And then down here you got, the McFarlane Akira sitting in his throne. And then there's these tiny little statues of the movie. They're pretty cool. They're smaller in scale, and they're more like statuettes. I got the VHS, and then here's Tetsuo. This is like the McFarlane Tetsuo, and there he is with his arm once it starts going crazy. Here are more of the statues, and then here's the other McFarlane, Kaneda, now riding the bike. And then here's more statuettes. And then here is the leader of the clown. And then back here, right here, you see these are the graphic novels. This is the actual story, and it's way more in depth than the movie. So this is there's a project called Project BM. It's basically Bandai, and I believe it's Medco, and they made these 1/6 scale figures of Kaneda. Very impressive. He does actually have a bike. The bike is like 8 pounds. It's going for 2,000. Instead of buying the bike, I bought the Lego version of the bike. Now, this motivated me to create the actual jar containers of Akira Kaneda as a Lego. And in the bottom, there's these Japanese books. They're actually from right to left, so they're actually the Japanese books. My favorite part of this collection is my Tetsuo diorama of his throne. I did some updates. Definitely added more rocks to kind of showcase that he's elevating. You know, he's using his powers and he's elevating these rocks. But also I updated the jars. I found these canisters at Michael's, and I was like, damn, this is better than what I had before, so I updated the jars. So cool. So yeah, there's my Tetsuo dial. And then up here I got the Kaneda jacket, as a gift from my ex, and definitely love her for giving me this. So I had to add it to the collection. And then in here I actually have the trading cards all in the binder, so that's the binding folder. Alright guys, here's my Spawn collection. It's a very small collection. There's way more Spawns out there, but these are the ones from McFarlane that I really wanted to have. So here's one of the original Spawns from like, these are like iconic poses from covers from comic books. So they usually come with a card and you can pose them. Here's Mad Max. And here's Spawn and then Christmas. So yeah, that's my Spawn collection. And here's my Texas Chainsaw Massacre collection. There's more figures for this type of collection, but I'm more focused on Leatherface. There's the new movie has like Jessica Biel, and it has the old man in the wheelchair, and those are pretty cool, but I'm more focused on Mr. Leatherface. So here's the classic Leatherface. And then here's also the classic. This is where he's running at the end with the chainsaw. This is actually from the movie, the recent movie, where he's holding a hand behind this crane with the pulley. And here's the Halloween mask. Definitely a cool mask. And then this one is 18 inches. Pretty cool, right? It's so dramatic, it's so crazy and loud, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Alrighty, now I have. Alrighty, now we have V for Vendetta. I definitely want to build out for this guy. I just feel like I need to give him his respected space, but I have a great idea for this guy. So expect a dial for this guy coming soon. Got the movie right there, and then I also got the mask and Mr. V. He's really cool. He actually is. He makes noise as well. Just gotta put battery on him. His batteries ran out. This is the non-diorama, and when I do a mashup, so I added Micheal Myers in the back. I got Scream, Freddy, Chucky, and Micheal Myers' sister. They're just here, all like trying to get each other. This was an awesome diorama. Definitely enjoyed building this one. So. Alrighty, next up, this is a mashup of a bunch of McFarlane classics. You got Monsters, you have Fairy Tale, Twisted Fairy Tales, and then you got movie Maniacs. Here we have the King of Darkness. This is from Legend. Here you got Shao Kahn's. He's from Monster, and he represents like Shao Kahn. Then you got Twisted Fairy Tales. So you got Little Red Riding Hood with the Big Bad Wolf, Hansel and Gretel, Humpty Dumpty, Jack and Jill, and then Little Miss Tuffet. This is Jack the Ripper. Got the Mummy, and you got here the Tooth Fairy. So this area, kind of just gave it a mashup, but definitely feel like it needs its respected space, and it's there, but it's just kind of there. So besides the King of Darkness, he has it's a tiny dial, and it looks pretty good on him, but I want to give the whole thing more importance. Yeah. Alright guys, so I have to back up, because now I'm going to introduce to you my favorite part of my collection, and it's my Freddy Krueger collection. It's a mashup of Freddy Krueger, and it's also a mashup of Freddy vs Jason. So this is mostly all Freddy, but over here this is all Freddy vs Jason. So let's get to it. Starting from here, we got we got some bobbleheads. We got the movie pack. These are the DVDs. And here you got the McFarlane New Nightmare Freddy. And it's from McFarlane. And here you got McFarlane Freddy. He's there keeping at the door. Part 1, the original Freddy. This is where he spread his arms. And up here I got my Freddy TV dial. This is actually a pretty fun build. It was actually a quick one, but it was fun to kind of just have NECA finally make the TV version, the primetime Freddy. Then I added some dead birds in the bottom. Freddy with all the different souls coming out of him. And this is actually from Ozzy Osbourne. And it's like the church type of diorama that comes with the figure, so I actually am using it for Freddy. Here you got the doll from Methco. This doll actually makes noises. Keeping him in the box. Got lunch boxes. Here is my, I want to say my second or third. I think it's second. This is my second dial, and I went all out on this one. It's the boiler room. Where here is the furnace. But I started adding all the figures, and some areas you can see that it's a nightmare, right? So Here's multiple Freddys, the chains. There he is with the power glove. But then this part, what I wanted to do was kind of like with toy photography, just kind of get a scene where she's dreaming, and the dream is all these Freddys on top of her, trying to get her. Yeah, so I got all the multiple gloves. And then here's Freddy 2. And you got the new Freddys, and then just Chef Freddy, and then Surgeon Freddy, and then Long Arm Freddys. This is a whole bunch of combination of Freddys. This is actually one of my favorite dials.
I have the loose fit version, and these guys are really cool. Really cool, really cool. We got Freddy 1, Freddy 2, Freddy 3, Surgeon Freddy. This is a new one from NECA. They made like this cartoon version. I love this guy. Super Freddy, and then you have 8-bit Freddy from Nintendo, and then you got, I guess you call him like he's in a suit or he's like a servant. I think he's like Freddy as a chef. And here I got all the heads on headstands, dogs. These are props that come with the toys, so I kind of gave it its proper stand. Lego Freddy. And I got the sign. This comes from the accessory pack. The devil head when he's in a New Nightmare, kind of like in this case, but then also have Freddy as the worm. It's really scary. Very cool. Very well done, NECA. The horror series Freddy. Here's the San Diego Comic-Con Freddy, where he's in black and white, keeping him in the box. And here's the newest edition, the new Nightmare Freddy. I want to open him, but I need to buy a stand for him. So, but yep, here's a loose fit version of the new Nightmare Freddy. Here's a Medgo Freddy, keeping him in the box as well. Well, here is Debbie as a cockroach. Y'all remember she turns into a cockroach.
Alright, let's move to the top shelf. This is my 1/4 scale shelf. These are most of my Freddys that are 1/4 scale up here. Another like 1/6 scale as well. Here you got Freddy with the Chest of Souls. Here you got Freddy New Nightmare Freddy, McFarlane Freddy, and this is the Kotobukiya statue Freddy. He's actually really cool. He's a new addition. Really, really cool. And then here is my Freddy phone. I was trying to see if I could buy it or whatever, but hey, you can't buy it, make it your own. So I made this one out of clay. Really cool. Then Killer Gloves made this one. I commissioned him to make this glove. Thank you guys. And yeah, got my very own Freddy glove. And then the famous Dark Rider silicone mask. I had him commission make this mask for me. It's made out of silicone, not latex, so it adapts to your face. And it's the Freddy from Freddy Part 2. That's my favorite Freddy. He's the one that has this face right here. So he has, darker eye pockets, and he just looks more scary. So yeah, so that's what this Freddy's based on. So, yep. So that's Freddy 2, and then you have Freddy vs. Jason. So this is him looking like a demon. Got the meatball back there, and then this is another Freddy vs. Jason. This is the 1/6 scale. This is the hot toy. So there he is. And I got a bunch of dolls of Freddy, like little squishy dolls. Alright, so now to introduce Freddy vs. Jason, I first gotta introduce you Jason. So here is my Jason section. It's actually just a crossover between Freddy vs. Jason, but I first focus on Jason. So here is the cartoon Jason from NECA. Came out pretty dope, definitely fun. And here is the new Jason. He looks all yoked up, like he works out every day, and he has a blonde hair with So it's pretty cool that it came out recently. Bought the Friday the 13th accessory pack. So there's the deck, diorama, and then this is a recent feature. This is Jason from Freddy Vs Jason, and here he has the mask all red. Let me get closer. Yep, full of blood, and then there's the sword of fire, and he's holding his teddy bear. So NECA, if you built this guy, where's Freddy? I want a Freddy Vs Jason Freddy. Next, and then here is the Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake I guess prop. And then here's Jason underneath the water. This like dial prop is pretty dope. In the water. And then Jason and Jason Voorhees in that, kind of like He-Man style figure, right? And then I got Freddy up there as well. So let's introduce these guys right here. Here's Freddy and Jason. This is the NECA deluxe set, and it comes with the plank with the fire, and you can actually swap out Jason's hand where he's actually holding Freddy's head, like at the end. It's really cool. Alright, here's a Kotobukiya version of Freddy vs. Jason as girls. They're freaking hot. Yeah. Have you seen the girls that do crossplays? It's pretty dope. On the back here I got the horror, they're like Funko Pops. They're really cute. And I actually have Freddy. There's Freddy right there. Tell you I need more space. There's the DVD. Here are more Pop Toys. This is actually a gift from my friend that he actually is the one that commissioned me to do It Dial. So we got to hang out. Really cool guy, and thank you. He gave me this gift right here. Definitely appreciate it. And it's an edition. It's the splatter version. You can see there's blood all over. So definitely appreciate this, and I needed it actually. So, and here are the bobbleheads of Freddy vs. Jason as well. These guys are really cool. And now I got more Funkos of Freddy vs. Jason. Here are more Funko Pops. Here are the 8-bits. This is the 8-bit Freddy vs. Jason, or Freddy and Jason. There's the video game Freddy and Jason. Got more Funko Pops and Pop Toys. My NES Jason from NECA, and also the NES Freddy from NECA as well. They just re-released these guys, and so now you get them at GameStop. They're pretty dope. And then I have another Freddy 2 Freddy. Got some Freddy socks, and then this I actually got at a Comic-Con. This guy does amazing paintings, and I definitely am a supporter of his work. So it's the Friday the 13th NES cartridge, and here is the Nightmare on Elm Street NES. These are McFarlane's. These are the first. This is Jason Goes to Hell, and then this is Freddy. Alright. Moving right along. This is my Stranger Thing area. Now, these guys, I've kept them all in boxes. I feel like these guys are gonna be, I don't know. I really definitely appreciate this collection. I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. Definitely love how there's a lot of elements from the 80s for me. The font, the music, just the style, all these details. This is the thing, so I kind of like to strap them in here.
don't know where to put them. Here's from Stranger Things 2 when they're all dressed like, you know, for Halloween as Ghostbusters. R1 as well. And then I got recently season 3. She's already grown. It's crazy. He's grown already. And then here is the Debbie Gorgon. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, this collection, I don't know, I'm debating. Definitely I love the way I have it right now, so I don't know.
Alright, next up, my Beavis and Butthead area. This is my collection, and man, do I love this collection. So here's my Beavis and Butthead collection. Here's my TV set, and here they are. These two fools are just here watching TV, talking shit. Right there, I got a new edition. Here's Beavis doing the Great Conholio. There he is, out of the light. Yeah. These guys were awesome, and they were hard to come by. So when I got them, I was going crazy. I needed to build this dial. This dial is also on my channel, so go watch it as well. Alright, moving right along. Now we got like McFarlane Fortnite figures. These guys are really cool. I play Fortnite too, but I'm not as good as all you crazy people that freaking play every day. But yeah, here's the parachute from the launcher. You got some of these characters. They're iconic characters from the game. And I actually got this cart on Wish, so I just started to play messing around, and then I got some popsicle sticks to kind of make the walls that they build, you know. There's way more characters. I don't know if I'm gonna keep on collecting them, but I do like this, you know, this amount that I have right now so far. So, but yeah. And then because it's like a miscellaneous area, I really don't know what to do. So here I got some extra stuff. I went thrift shopping and I found this grid, and then I found this shark. So I was like, oh, this is great for like a shark tank, but don't know what to do with it yet. So I have it here, and I have this cool cabinet. It's creepy. It's very creepy looking, and I'm thinking of probably putting like a figure in there to kind of look like he's creeping out. So it's an idea prop. I don't know, I'm thinking like La Llorona or maybe the Nun when it comes out a little bit bigger. So I don't know, maybe that. And then up here, this is Play Arts, and this is my Wolverine. He's a badass, look at him. He's a badass. But yeah, I have him there, and he's holding a cigar. There it is. Smoking a cigar. And then I ordered this chair thinking that it was gonna be 1/12 scale, but it ended up being 1/6 scale. So gave it to Mr. Wolverine. So it looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Sometimes when I'm thinking about stuff, I'll smoke one with him. It's pretty cool. Now here is, I have another, a friend of mine gave me this figure, is the Mummy. I actually have him already. So when he gave me this one, I was like, what could I do with it? And I found this like jewelry box, so it kind of made it look like a little coffin. Just an idea that I'm having, but yeah, I have it there. And then here's my Bob Ross collection of Pop Toys. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Bob Ross. Definitely an idol in my world. And then here is my Rampage. See if I can get it brighter. Here's my Rampage Pop Toys. These are the 8-bits. Love it. Love these guys. Love the video game as well. So here, got a whiteboard where I write my notes. And here is my H.R. Guyver section. H.R. Guyver is actually an artist. He's no longer with us. Rest in peace, H.R. Guyver. But he's also in charge. He's also responsible for Alien. He's the one that created Alien. Actually, a 3D painting of one of his famous paintings. All right. Very cool. Very cool. It's a 2004 piece.
Now up here is my Ren and Stimpy. I am a huge fan of Ren and Stimpy. I believe Super 7 is coming out with some Ren and Stimpy, so those guys are gonna be added here. But yeah, I got the DVDs, and then I got the Nickelodeon toys, and then I got the Pop toys, and these die-cast figures, and then the boogers, and then the fish. Got more Funko Pops and Derby toys, and more Nickelodeon toys, and the box for the TV, for the show, And right above is my It collection, and it's getting crowded. I definitely want to give it its own space, especially that I want to build more tiles for this movie. I have thoughts of like the sewer, and maybe the It house, but I definitely want to take advantage of continuing making more tiles for It. So here's the original It, and then here's the most recent It, and then here's the new alternative that just got released not that long ago, where he has these mantis hands. So yeah, there he is. Got a balloon popping out. Got the little foldable boat, and then there's Georgie, little Georgie. Got some of the box art in the back, and just got these guys. These are the Legos. Georgie and It, Pennywise, or small scale Pennywise, build Georgie figures. Here is my Marvel collection. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? So I'm gonna try my best to record this for you guys. But so originally I wanted to make this at the Danger Room. As you can see here, I started putting the panels from the select dials, but then I created Cerebro. And I wanted this to grow organically, and it is, but it's a little too crazy. So once I get the bigger space, I'll definitely open up an area for them so that they could be appreciated a lot better. The cool part about this is that there's so much going on, so it keeps you looking, right? But I guess you have to be here in person to feel that way. But yeah, as I'm collecting, I'm just adding them and trying to figure out how to pose them. But yep, here's Magneto. Trying to build a force field for him, so I found that on a thrift store. But yeah, I feel like I got almost every character. I mean, I'm mostly focused on the original, like X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor, Avengers, Defenders, Brotherhood. These are pretty cool. You got Jubilee, Dazzler, Forge, Bishop, Cable, Old Man Logan up there. Got the arcade cabinet. There's Wolverine fighting a Sentinel. Here's Professor X with Storm and Wolverine. Dr. Sinister. I built the actual Red Skull from Infinity Wars. Got a new Punisher, Black Spider-Man. There's the Infinity Gauntlet from the video that I built, that I created. Archangel. Yeah, I just got a lot. There's Galactus, there's Thanos. It's just a whole bunch. Here's Iceman. Build a ramp for him. Put some lights. And in the back there's all the comic books. Jim Lee, X-Men, got X-Force, Spider-Man, Deadpool.
So yeah, guys, this is a lot. It's a lot, but this is where it is. So
man, that's a lot of toys, right? Jesus. God, this video is gonna be long. If you guys are still watching, then I appreciate you guys, because it's a long video and it's a lot of toys. But that's what it is, right? But guys, I want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for all the love the past 2 years. I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys don't understand how much this hobby means to me, but it also means a lot because you guys are always engaging with me, and we guys are always talking about toys and dioramas, and it's just an awesome community in my opinion. But hopefully I get my bigger space and then I can continue expanding. But also, guys, if y'all need me to build a dial, hit me up. And I think that's about it for this video. So guys, hit that like button, write a comment, and please subscribe if you haven't. Peace. I'm all the way up. All the